Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is speaking lesson 6 of the WIDA ACCESS practice exam, and today we're going to be talking about language related to social studies. You can pause the video and read this introduction on your own and then restart the video when you're ready to continue. Okay, the speaking practice in this lesson focuses on social studies. The language of social studies involves vocabulary and phrases used in subjects like history, geography, economics, civics, and cultural studies. This might include vocabulary related to past events and time periods, maps and interpreting data, descriptions of government systems, etc. All right, we'll listen and fill in the missing words.
We're going to do a speaking exercise. Some questions might be easy for you, and others might be hard. It is important that you do the best you can. In this exercise, you will look at pictures and listen to people talking on a recording. You can follow along with the words on the screen while you listen. Listen carefully. You will hear each part only one time. The teacher will ask a student named Leela some questions too. Listen to Leela's answer. Her answers are examples. They will help you know how to answer the teacher's questions. When it's your turn to talk, you should say your answer clearly.
Alright, so once again, you can pause the video, read these speaking tips, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
This social studies class is learning about why people build cities next to the coast. You will listen and answer questions.
Cities and water. Many big cities around the world started near the coast. A coast is the land next to the ocean or sea. Being close to water helped people in many ways. People could catch fish for food and travel easily by boat. They could also buy and sell things from other places. As more people came to live and work near the water, these areas grew bigger. After many years, they became the large cities we know today.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what is a coast?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
A coast is the land next to water. It's land next to an ocean or sea.
Leela talked about what a coast is. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you why people live near water. Think about it.
And remember that you can use the pictures to help you form your answer.
Now it is your turn. Why did people live near water?
All right, you can go ahead and pause the video, speak your answer out loud, and then restart the video when you're ready to continue.
People lived near water because water helped the people in many ways. They used the water to get food, like fish. They also used the water to travel. They traveled by boat to buy and sell things from other places.
The class continues learning about cities near coastlines.
Cities near coastlines did not only grow because of fishing and trade. Coastal areas had important resources like salt and fresh water from nearby rivers. Ports, places where ships load and unload goods, allowed people to trade with others across the world. This brought new ideas and skills to these cities. Coastlines also helped people protect their cities because they could see ships coming from far away. Over time, these cities grew bigger as more people came to work in jobs connected to shipping and trade. Today, coastal cities continue to expand because of jobs, transportation, and business, making them important places for many people around the world.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what is one reason cities near the coast are good for trade?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Cities near the coast are good for trade because they have ports. Boats can come to the port with goods from other places, so people can buy and sell things easily.
Leela talked about why cities near the coast are good for trade. Now it's your turn. In a moment, I will ask you to explain why cities near coasts continued to grow. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. What are two reasons why cities near coasts continue to grow? Explain.
All right, so again, think about your answer, then answer aloud, and restart the video when you're ready to continue.
Cities near coasts continued to grow for many reasons. In addition to food like fish, coastal areas had important resources like salt and fresh water. And water is important for many things. Also, coastlines were a safe place to live because on the coast, you can see a ship coming from far away. This helped protect people from attack.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what makes a coastal city important today? Explain why this reason is important.
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Coastal cities are important today because they connect people to other countries. Ports allow ships to bring goods from far away, which helps the city's economy grow. People can get products they need, and businesses can sell to more places.
Leela talked about what makes a coastal city important today. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you what is one way a coastal city can keep growing and how this would help the city or the people who live there. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. What is one way a coastal city can keep growing? Explain why this would help the city or the people who live there.
Right, again, you can pause the video, speak your answer aloud, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
A coastal city can keep growing by building ports for ships. Ports bring more trade and jobs to the city. This helps people find work and earn money. Ports also bring goods that people need, like food and clothes. This growth makes life better for the people in the city.
This social studies class is learning about American history. You will listen and answer questions about the labor movement and the minimum wage debates.
The labor movement and minimum wage debates. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, many American workers, including young people, worked long hours in factories for very little pay. Factories often paid workers as little as possible to keep their profits high. Many of these workers struggled to afford basic needs such as food and shelter. Because of this, workers began to organize and demand better conditions. They wanted safer workplaces, fewer hours, and fair pay. As workers started to unite, they held meetings, formed labor unions, and sometimes went on strike. A strike is when workers refuse to work until their demands are met. Over time, these efforts led to new labor laws. One important law set a minimum wage, which means employers must pay workers at least a certain amount. This law helped make sure people could afford basic necessities.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, how did working conditions in factories affect workers' lives during this time?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Workers faced unsafe conditions and long hours in factories. They wanted safer workplaces and shorter hours so their lives could be better.
Leela talked about how working conditions in factories affected workers' lives. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you why workers in the past felt like it was necessary to organize and the changes they wanted. Think about it.
Now it is your turn. Why did workers in the past feel it was necessary to organize? What changes did they want to see?
All right, again, think about your answer. You can pause the video while you do that, then speak your answer aloud, and restart the video when you're ready to continue.
The workers in the past felt that it was necessary to organize in order to get better working conditions. They wanted to work in safer workplaces, to work fewer hours, and to receive a fair pay.
The class continues to discuss minimum wage.
Today, people are still debating what the minimum wage should be. Some believe that a higher minimum wage is needed to match the rising cost of living, prevent poverty, and improve economic stability. Others argue that raising the minimum wage could be difficult for businesses, especially small businesses, resulting in layoffs, higher prices, or reduced hiring. The ongoing discussion about fair pay and workers' rights continues, showing that the labor movement has a lasting impact.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what are some things workers want today that are similar to what workers wanted in the early labor movement?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Today's minimum wage debate is like the early labor movement because both focus on fair pay. It's important because people need enough income to support themselves and their families.
Leela talked about what workers want today and what they wanted in the early labor movement. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you how raising the minimum wage could impact workers and their families. Think about it.
And be sure to look at the pictures and read the captions, because this can help you as you speak your answer.
Now it is your turn. How might raising the minimum wage today have an impact on workers and their families? Explain why this impact is important.
All right, so you can pause the video, look at the picture, read the captions, think about your answer, then answer aloud and restart the video when you're ready to continue.
Raising the minimum wage can help workers earn more money. This means they can buy more food and pay their bills. Their families will have a better life with less stress. Workers may also feel happier and work better. This is important because it helps people live more comfortably.
Now listen to the teacher ask Leela a question.
Leela, what are some ways raising the minimum wage could directly improve workers' lives?
Now listen to how Leela answers the question.
Raising the minimum wage could help workers afford essentials like rent and groceries more easily. It might reduce financial stress, allowing them to focus on other goals or save for the future.
Leela talked about how raising the minimum wage could improve workers' lives. Now it's your turn. In a moment, the teacher will ask you how raising the minimum wage could affect the economy. Think about it.
And again, be sure to take note of the pictures and the captions and any notes that you took from the reading to include in your answer.
Now it is your turn. Describe how changes to the minimum wage could affect the economy overall. Include examples to support your ideas.
So again, you can pause the video, think about it, speak your answer aloud, and then restart when you're ready to continue.
Raising the minimum wage can help the economy grow. Workers will have more money to spend on food, clothes, and other items. This can help businesses sell more products. However, some businesses might raise prices to pay workers more. They could also hire fewer workers to save money. These changes can affect how much things cost and how many jobs are available.
All right, you can reflect on this lesson, and this brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.